In this video, we'll demonstrate basic security configuration for the following components in the ServiceNow Express platform: applications, tables, and fields. Let's start with applications. You can control user access to applications within the Navigator by making them visible or hiding them based on roles you assign to the users. To edit the list of roles that can view the application, locate the application in the Navigator and click the Edit icon. In our example, we want to hide the user's application from everyone but administrators. So we edit the roles list accordingly, moving the ITIL admin role to the available list and the admin role to the selected list. When we view the screen of a user with the ITIL admin role before and after this change, now we see it, and now we don't. But hiding applications in the Navigator isn't real security. It's more of an illusion. Why? Because you've only hidden the link to the application. The application's underlying data table needs to be secured as well. Let's look at how to really secure data at the table and field levels by user role and function. To manage table security, we access the Manage Table module, where we're prompted to select the table. Let's look at the group table as an example. In the table record, we see the available access control functions: create, read, write, and delete, also known by the acronym CRUD. When a role appears next to a function, users with that role can perform that function on that table. Note that these roles requirements grant access if the user has any one of the listed roles. Here we can see that users with the ITIL admin role can create, update, and delete a group record. And when we look at a record in the group table as an ITIL admin user, we can see that a user with this role can create a new record via the New button in the Groups list. Within an existing record, this user can also update and delete the record. But what if you want to secure specific fields in a table? Keep in mind that you can only make a field more secure than the table it's in. For example, if only users with the ITIL admin role can create, update, or delete a record in a table, then you can't make a field in this table editable by a role with fewer privileges, such as the ITIL role. Let's look at an example. We want to allow only administrators to edit a particular field in the Groups table, the Active field. To edit field level security, we access the list of items that contain the field we want to edit, right-click on the column header, and select Configure Dictionary. So we locate that column name in the dictionary entries list and open the record. Here we can see that users with the ITIL admin role can write or update this field. So we edit the write roles to include admin and exclude ITIL admin. When we view the groups list as an ITIL admin user, we see that this user cannot edit the active field. Finally, let's look at another tool you can use to control user access to specific records: user criteria. Notice that when you enter user criteria in the Navigator, it shows up under Service Catalog and Knowledge. User criteria may be used to restrict access to records in both of these applications. Let's look at a user criteria record to see how they're defined. Notice that user criteria are not strictly role-based. For each user criteria record, you can select users, groups, roles, companies, locations, and departments. In this record, users must be in the Event Planners group and in the San Diego location. The Match All option is selected, meaning users must meet all of these conditions. Now let's see how you can implement user criteria in your instance. In the Service Catalog, you can set up user criteria to control the availability of categories, catalog items, and record producers to users browsing the catalog. For example, we can see that this record producer is available only for ITIL users. Note that if you wanted this item available for all roles except ITIL users, you would select ITIL users in the Not Available For list instead. To edit these lists, click New to add a new user criteria record, or click Edit to add or remove existing user criteria records from the list. In the Knowledge application, you can set up user criteria for each knowledge base to control who can read articles in that knowledge base as well as who can contribute articles to that knowledge base. In this knowledge base, only managers can read the articles, and only members of the HR department can contribute articles. The user criteria lists here can also be edited via the New and Edit buttons. For more information, please consult our product documentation, videos, or blogs, or ask a question in the ServiceNow Express forums.